Because like I'm really looking forward to this, but I'm also really terrified because like, I've never done like a collab, and especially like against fucking admin. So yeah, I'm a bit yeah,
Don't worry.
I'm a
Don't
bit scared
worry.
to say the least. Hello, it's Wania, and welcome back to another video. And today we are actually doing a very special thing because instead of just like doing normal videos, I'm actually with an admin here today, which is quite exciting. So he started to challenge me to a battle. And yeah, so today we're facing a guy, and I don't know how the hell to say his name. So could you please inform me on how to say your name?
Hello everyone. My nickname is Espectroscuro because it's a Spanish term for dark specter. You can just call me Espectro.
Spectral. Okay.
Espectro. Everybody calls
Spectral.
me like Spectro, and I'm the content designer of Urban Rivals. I conceptualize the cards from the beginning, the conception of what will be the card, what kind of illustration you will have, and after that, what will be the stats of the card, which clan, etc. So all my work is all the creation of the cards in the game, from the concept to the release of the cards in the website.
Okay, right. So that's awesome to hear, and that's sort of like eliminated some of my questions. So fantastic. And yeah, we can both see that we're both playing Raptors and Frozen, and I guess we sort of both have the idea of playing like the new clans because it's fitting with the theme that there's a new clan in the game.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm just thinking about what to do. Going to play Loki, I think.
I think the only time we named a card, you put the game in the you put the fights in random in the event.
Did I? Oh.
That's why I won the round.
Oh, should I
Normally
go?
I shouldn't.
Should I go fix that?
Yeah, just change to without random.
I'll do that after this game because I can't bother
Okay.
to stop.
So full random game. And that's it. I think we never. The only time, there were two events of the game, we give the possibility to players to name a card. There was Grady Mag.
Oh yeah, I remember
in
that.
Uppers. We made an event, a big event where the winner can choose with me in a name, and he just combined two names of players he was friends with. That made Granny Mag, and the other one was ESL Lovelace. Lovelace was the name I chose, but I give the possibility for an event to a player to put a part of his name in the card name. So the ESL come from a player's name. But that's the only time we did that.
Well, this
So
also.
no, generally, I always choose the name of the card, searching for references, fun references for the card.
Yeah, because that's a theme like running throughout Urban Rifles, which you can see.
For example, for the Raptors, I can talk a little about the names of the cards of the Raptors. You have Zarya. For Zarya, I was looking for a name of a warrior woman because she was a middle Amazon. And searching a name, I found Amina of Zarya, who was the queen warrior of Africa in I don't remember the century, in the 15th, 16th century, and she was called the queen warrior, and I think Zarya would be a good name for the card.
Yeah.
It sounds nice for a warrior woman, etc. Annie and Oakley. So
first of two cards I got.
For this card, there is the fun thing is when I created the card, I had in mind Jessie James from Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to do a card a little symmetric, with an animal at the middle, and there we have a tiger cat. And for the name, I wanted something they used in Pokemon. They used Jessie James as the name of the outlaw of the West, And I think in the Japanese version is Miyamoto Musashi, which is a samurai from Japan. And I was thinking, yeah, I want to find a complete name that I can divide in two different names for the card. So at first the card was called Joan and Dark for the night in France. You had Joan the girl and Dark was the guy. And then I found also Annie and Oakley, which was a woman in the Buffalo Bill circus. She was specialized in firing arms. And there, I think, and then I discussed it with Chaos Dragon, which is also content designer for Urban Rivals now. And then we come with Annie and Oakley, the two cards, symmetric, and a little, and we were singing the song of Michael Jackson, Annie, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I
It
saw
was
that in the
Smart Criminal,
comments.
so it was Annie, are you okay? A lot of, we found this ultra fun, so we decided to go with those names.
Fair dues. Fair dues. But yeah, like, those sort of things don't really occur to me unless it's like blatantly obvious, so just like finding that out is really interesting to me, like especially coming from you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you say that.
Yeah. Anyway, so I lost, but I should have won due to, yeah, etc, etc, so I'm just going to quickly change it to non-random and then we'll be
Yeah.
back, so be right back. Here we go, that should be fixed.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because this win wasn't a full win.
No, yeah, I should
I
have
will
won that.
I will
Like,
change my deck because to not have mirror clans. I prepared
alright.
three different decks, so
Yeah, I've also got 3 different decks, and of course, like people looking at my screen can see them now. So
okay.
I'm just going to pick one at random. Let's go for this one. And if we have the same clans again, then I'll I'll just be amazed, to be honest.
When I write the bios of the cards, there is a lot of references to movies, games, mangas,
Yeah, yeah,
comics, history things, a lot of things. I like to introduce a lot of time as Clean City is in some kind imaginary world. I like to introduce little uh, little references to things we really have in our world. It can be graphical in the card, it can be in the story of the card, can be in the names, sometimes in the mission names. If you take, for example, all the mission names of the clan of the Raptors are famous hard rock or metal songs.
wow.
All of them. And that will be the rule for the clan. All the name of the missions will be a famous metal hard rock song.
I really got to look at those names now, because I'm sure I'll be able to get some of them, because, yeah, I used to listen to, like, all that stuff.
The names there, they're really famous stuff.
Yeah. I just sort of threw cards down because I didn't really know what to do. Didn't really think about it.
You old again must kill shots.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
what do you think about the new clan that
Well,
you're playing?
like I said in my video, and also about a good play, but yeah, I was just amazed by the ability, bonus rather, because like when I was looking at the cards, I was just like, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then when I saw them, I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. Because I don't know if you know, but I don't exactly like cards like uppers, even though I play Montana. So yeah, obviously this card will be great against uppers, etc. So yeah.
Yeah, when I conceptualized the bonus of the clan, that was the I like the skills. The problem I had with them is that to create good cards in the clan, each time I have to do good stats with a good ability because their bonus don't is very useful majority of time.
Yeah.
Because you have to go against roots or gaze or against a stop ability card. There are not that many. And I was thinking I want to do a bonus that's super useful against a big part of clans of the game, but not against all of them, and which I can do normal stats for the card, no super stats cards. And that's the idea I had since a long time to do to do the canceling a modification.
Hmm.
So we test it. When I asked first a developer, a programmer, to make the ability, so I can test it. It was not easy because it didn't exist before that. So so he made it. We made a lot of tests where sometimes the ability didn't work, other times it worked, etc.
Hmm.
Then we came with the final version, and what's very good with this type of ability, well, good game, with this
Thank you.
type of ability is that we can do it with life, with damage, with
Yeah.
pills,
Yeah.
with all the other stuff. We can do it, and there is very fun effects in other stuff. For example, the one that is not still here but we have tested already is cancel opponent life modifier. With this ability you can disable the minus life and plus life cards,
Yeah.
and you can cancel a poison during the round when you play the card.
Oh wow.
For example, if the opponent put a poison on you, the poison exists. It's put, the effect is there. It means it will be just during a turn, during the turn where you play that card with stop opponent life modifier, and it works it works also for the heal. The heal also can be triggered during the round you are playing against a card with stop opponent life modifier. So it's a secondary effect of this ability, but that give it a little more deep. It's a little more deep in the strategies you can have against clans who rely a lot on poisons. We banned a lot of these things in the game because poison is not that good. But I can spoil for you that we'll be bringing something that's better than poison soon, and
Ooh.
it will go against that type of ability also.
Oh wow.
And the stop opponent damage modifier will be canceling plus damage cards, and all the reductors of the game. Minus opponent damage won't work against stop damage modifier.
But yeah, like, and I guess especially like with the cancel modifier bonus, like obviously that can be quite expansive and you can have loads of different variants. So obviously, yeah, it's gonna be great to like tweak and introduce all like these different mechanics into the game. And yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. New mechanics is the thing important with us when we release a new clan. We like to bring new mechanics since the Frozen, since a lot of times we like to bring new mechanics after. But the problem is that the new mechanic has to be easy to understand, as you will constitute the identity of the clan. For example, the problem we had when we released the Vortex is that it's a good clan. The bonus is very fun. It has its strategic way in the game. It changed a lot of things strategically, but it was not that easy to understand for players to recover 2 of 3 pills
yeah,
with a minimum of one. It was very complicated as a bonus. It's still a good bonus, but it
yeah,
was
yeah,
complicated. And for this time, I preferred to do a bonus which is kind clear and easy to understand what it does. It just stop all stop attack modifiers that the opponent have. So we tested a lot of other type of abilities, but they were really more complicated. We had one which relied on what the opponent had, and so it was and it changed in every game depending of the cards the opponent had. So it was very difficult to understand as a bonus. It makes a good it makes a good ability, but as a bonus, it was too hard to understand to constitute a clan.
yeah. Like, especially even just scraping it then, like, I didn't have a clue what you're on about, so yeah, I can understand how it can be quite confusing.
Yeah, things can really be easily confusing. But for example, an error I done in the game when I released the growth. The problem of the growth at first is I name it +1 damage per turn, +1 power per turn. And it works somewhat with power, damage, and attack abilities. But when it was with life or pills, it was too similar to the leader's ability in the text, but not in the effect. It's Morphun gives you 1 pills each turn, but the ability of the +1 pills per round just gives 1 pills more depending of the round when you play it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we finally decided to change it for growth. So it was really a new ability with his definition to not confuse players, because it's true that it's very easy to do things that are confusing in the game, that it's already really rich, and I'm not concentrating in the game, so I'm losing hard. Where is my leader?
Yeah.
Was there anything else you want to ask? You are free to ask what you want about cards, clans, stats. That's how it's my work, so
Okay.
I can answer majority of the question.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just have a little look at my list. So firstly, like, do you do anything to do with fantasy rifles, or is your work like primarily on urban rifles?
I work on an urban rival since 2009,
Oh, so you've
but
had an account since like 2007, but only started working there since 2009.
no. In reality, I started working for Urban Rivals in 2009. But at first, I was just a community manager of the Spanish people of the game.
Oh wow.
So I was also the customer contact, the support for the players. When you lose your password or anything else, I was the one answering the Spanish players. But at that time, I started also testing cards that the game designer were releasing. I was part of the testing people in our company. So I got used to test cards. Then we had the game designers that were gone, so I started reading some bios of the cards. And then the game designer came in 2012, and he asked me to be the content designer, to write the text and to test the stats, principally. And that's what I do since that time.
Oh wow. So obviously you've sort of worked your way up the ladder.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but I always loved to create the cards. It's, how can I explain it? To create the cards in the game, we do meetings each X months, where we decide all the cards for the next month that will be released in the game. So we have a meeting of ideas. People come with a list of ideas for each clan. We discuss it a little, decide it will be a good card visually, the concept was cool, etc. And then then I prepare the text, the command for the illustrators. I send the command to the illustrators so they can illustrate the cards, and I start working on the stats of the card, the story of the card, how we will insert in the game, etc.
Okay. Also, like, how did rebirth cards like come to be?
The rebirth cards.
Hmm.
The rebirth cards. What the idea of the rebirth card at first was to have all the cards of the game that are really old to be neat visually for the new players.
Yeah.
That's what the idea is, to have cards as common as the old ones, but you are not. We have old players that they like the vintage aspect of the old cards, which were not super beautiful graphically, but we knew that new players didn't like much this kind of graphics, so we decide to make new cards, but with new visuals and a modernized version of the old cards. The problem is that first we also transformed it in a price for the game.
Okay, right. I didn't hear all of that because I sort of got interrupted, but I can imagine what you said was very interesting, and I'm going to listen to it in edit.
Okay, no problem. I just finished explaining. So for the rebirth, we wanted at the same time for it to be new version of the cards for the new players, but also to be a new price for the game.
Oh
And
yeah,
the error we made at first was to make them too exclusive in the leader wars, etc.
yeah,
It contradicts the other thing we wanted. So finally, we decided to really we are gonna sell them in the packs as the old one. We replace the old one by the new ones. The old ones will be rarer, will be more rare, and so normally it could be fine for everyone like this. And we just let time for the new rebirth to come into the game naturally.
yeah. Because I know obviously like the change was far better for the community because like a lot of people were annoyed by Nano Kabi and especially like how expensive it was and how rare it was. Like
Yeah.
people, yeah, I can imagine. I can just like remember all the angry comments about it.
Yeah, yeah, but the players were right with that. Is that they were meant really at the base, the base of the concept of rebirth. They weren't meant to be super rare cards. They were supposed to be as common as the ones they are copying. So we hope that now they are in the packs. Normally they just replace the old ones in the packs. The
Yeah,
old ones are gone and they are in the packs. That players can acquire them more easily. And normally, with the increase of with all the cards that players got in the pack, their price will be going down with time.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we are gonna distribute more of them in the modes that be Leader Wars, Coliseum, etc. So to have more of them in the game, they don't have to be rare. They just have to have their rarity common, uncommon, and rare, not a special rarity of Rebirth.
yeah. Tell you one thing I didn't like though. Like I remember RBs used to have like these fancy blue nameplates, and when you changed them, I was just like, ah, because I really liked that.
You really liked it, yeah.
Yeah,
But I liked it too. But the problem is that if we go with the logic of having them to be the replacement for the old ones, we can't do a special rarity for those cards.
yeah, I guess.
It could be too complicated in the packs and in a lot of places. So we can give them a special color because the color of the you see in the cards is linked to their rarity
Yeah, yeah,
in our
because now
admin.
they're the same.
And at first we created a special rarity for the rebirth cards, and then we switched it back to common and rare cards. But this color can come back with other things.
Yeah,
The color didn't disappear. We can use this rarity for other things that wouldn't be RBs. For now, I don't know what we can use them on, but we can have something sometimes, so we can use it for.
yeah, because obviously I'll be anxiously awaiting the return of a blue nameplate.
Yeah, it was neat. It was
Yeah.
very neat.
Hmm. Yeah, did you tell a story of like how Solomon came to be? Because I'm not sure if you did, but you might have.
How? Because we haven't released a leader since 2008 or 9, I think.
Yeah, with Fault.
Yeah, there is a long time we wanted to release a new leader for the game, but we couldn't decide how to release them and what would they be. So we took time because we never wanted for the new leaders to be for level 16, 60, then level 70, then level 80, 90. Because our problem is more the time pass, and new players will have more. It will be more difficult for them to obtain this leader.
Yeah.
So I came just with a system of continuity of missions. And I know the missions KO and Elo is a hell. I'm gonna change it. I plan to do it, but I prefer to do a continuity of missions to obtain the leader. So all the players playing can have it and not just farming until they get the level 60. And it was also a technical problem with players that are already beyond level 60. It was complicated to give them the card if they don't level up. So for a player who is level 200, he has to level up to obtain the leader. It was
Yeah.
complicated. So finally, we decided to do a leader. What I wanted with those leaders is that they have an original ability that we have to orient to make things not classical in the game. Like in this case, we have Solomon who have tie break, who breaks the rule of equality, of attack, of life in the game. That was the one I. But we are preparing other leaders that also will have unique abilities, nothing related to life or power or attack, but really unique abilities. Because new leaders for me have to be more on the fun, that competitive side of the game.
Yeah.
So they don't have to be because if we do, for example, a leader like Amber
Yeah, Umbre.
or Morphin, the problem is that you do that kind of lever, we are oriented to the game to players to be they have to have it to win games.
Yeah.
And we don't really want that. And what we saw when we changed the stat of some leaders is that it's really, really hard to balance a leader that's playing with stats of the cards, because there is occasions when the leader is really, really too powerful,
Yeah.
and
Like,
occasions
Umbre.
where and it's and I prefer to think of the leaders as a fun factor, not useless. Not useless, because if I really wanted Solomon to be used, we have done a 7-5 card. But to have some kind of impact in the game, but not the classical impact.
Yeah.
So that's my policy for now about the leaders.
Because, like, Embrace are cards which I pretty much refuse to play, and I don't think I've ever used it in, like, the whole of time I've played Urban Rifles, just because I generally hate that card, so, yeah.
It's because it's not. We know testing it. That's not an easy card to play, and I think it also needs a special deck building.
Yeah. Like, if anything, like, I'd just prefer it if Ambry was only +2, but yeah, that might be a bit horrible to
Of course.
change, because, like, obviously, people would already be used to the +3 you know, like, already nothing Ambry bits might annoy some players, so I don't know. Like,
The,
yeah,
I know that the leaders that will be more used in the game were always Bees or Amber or Hugo or Morphun. Those are the more powerful, competitively speaking, leaders that gives you the more advantage in a game. But I don't want to keep doing this type of leaders, because it will be really complicated at some moment to have something balanced between them.
yeah,
Or is useless against the old leaders, or is too powerful for the old leaders. I just prefer to introduce fun abilities that will play with factors you will never imagine in the game. You would never imagine. Even if you never play it or just play it for an event or for a leader wars, for example,
yeah,
one leader war, for me, the leaders just have to be in the fun factor side, and less in the very competitive one, because we already have all those competitive leaders in the game that if you want to compete with them, you can. We don't really have need for other leaders with that kind of ability of changing stats of cards or etc.
yeah. But,
I
like,
don't.
oh,
I don't say we will never do a leader with change stats. But for now, my ideas for the next leader are more fun, fun and annoying abilities for the opponent that don't go to influence the stats of the card directly.
yeah, because, like, personally, I think leaders are a great way to introduce new different abilities to the new players. So, new players might have never seen tiebreak or whatever. So obviously, experiencing that from a leader card can help them in some way or another. And yeah, like obviously, including obvious new fancy abilities into new leader cards will, yeah, just be a great introduction to players if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's still like all the other cards in Urban, the collectible cards. They're here to have the collection. There has the other leaders. All the leaders have 5 evolutions.
Yeah,
All the cards in the game with 5 evolution are the well. All cards had sometimes 5 evolution, but now the rule for the 5 evolution is to be a leader or to be the chief of a clan, the leader of a clan.
did I?
So
Oh, I just got you there. Beautiful.
don't no. Ah, damn it. See, I'm not concentrated.
Yeah.
Don't even calculated the fury. Do you want to go further? Tell me.
Uh,
You have other questions?
we can carry on. You know, like I'm enjoying this, so why not?
Yeah,
I have no clue how long we've been going for, but like it doesn't really matter because you've been pretty much talking all the time, so it'll make editing really easy for me.
Yeah. Why I'm making it easy for you? I'm losing the games because of that. I don't love all the clans in the game.
Ooh, this ties into one of my topics.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is like one of your least favorite clan or clans?
My least favorite clan is in terms of game, it's Montana
Ooh,
because I think their bonus is too strong. And my least thematic clan is the Berserk.
huh.
The Berserk is really, I don't really love their thematic, but a lot of time it's complicated because I wasn't the one who created the Berserk clan. It was another game designer
All right.
of Urban Rivals. And I was never were fond of the doing people who's just angry,
Yeah.
but it works. It works. It works as a thematic that conceptualize a clan. It works. It's just that I personally don't like it too much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's a shitty things. It's just that me, it's not my cup of tea.
All right. So yeah, sort of like same with me, like with the Montanas, because obviously my least favorite clan is Uppers, but yeah, slightly a hypocrite there, because obviously I play Montanas, so yeah.
No, but the thing is that because I started the game playing skills and Fampi clan,
Yeah.
I was always destroyed by all the clans with attack modification, and more by the clans with the hard attack modification that were Montana and Uppers.
Yeah.
And that's why I have this little don't like them since long. Even if now that I work creating cards for those clans, I put aside this dislike I have to do good cards. But really, at first, they were my nightmare in the game.
Because that's sort of like it's the same for me. Because I used to play skills in T1, and like, I just found that I was absolutely terrible against rescue, and yeah, that's what led me to play Montana. Like, in case you don't know, but I've sort of talked about that before.
You played Montana because you wanted to counter rescue decks?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny. I think I searched the same thing. At some moment, I was playing a lot Nightmare just to counter those bonuses who were annoying me. But at that time, I was a player like every other in front on my games, losing against Uppers and Montana and doing fucking clans. They're pissing me off. But now that I played almost all the clans with the time, I don't love Berserk, I don't love Uppers and Montana, but I understand there are clans that can be loved by players. They have a really good things for them, with really neat strategies to use. So they're nice. They're nice clans.
Yeah.
And I'm always happy to make new cards for those clans. So okay. So if you have some more questions, we can finish after that.
Well, I think like the best way to end it is, well, actually, firstly, I did actually ask my guild if they had any questions to ask you, and I did get one, but it was sort of more of a demand rather than a question. And
Okay.
also, you have to imagine this in all caps. So yeah, just keep that in your head whilst I say it. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So the demand I got was please make a little dragon card.
A little, a little dragon.
Yeah, because basically, obviously, when I found out about raptors, I joked that they're probably going to make a baby Kolos card, and then like my guildmate was just like, "Oh my god, I really want that card." So yeah, that's sort of where that came
Um,
from.
yeah, we have in my planning there is something like that.
Ooh.
That I won't say anything more, but it has to it will have something to do with colors,
Ooh.
but I won't say more.
So
But
sort of like
I
the
have
raptors version of Mecha
a
Kolos.
card especially that will be a big card of the clan for that.
Okay, and then finally, what tips do you have like for new players?
What tip for new players?
Yeah.
Wow. What tip for new players? First, finish the tutorial. After that, I think one of the more important things to do in Urban Rivals is to find a good guild. The things that will help you evolve the most in the game, are the guilds of players, because they will be helping you knowing what to play, to learn what clan you love, and for that yeah, a guild. The
Okay.
community. The community is one of the most important things in Urban Rivals, and also at first, don't but if just have fun. Don't try to make the competitive game of the week of the year. Just try to do a deck with a clan you like, but because now all the clans are playable, you will have fun with any clan. So just focus on a clan you like thematically, and after that, expand your knowledge on the game, and that's all.
Right, that's pretty solid advice.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
so it's a little general advice, but for me, almost all the players I meet, and I always had this guild thing of my guild and me. My guild we do things. My guild would like you're telling to me, players who ask you things, is that the guild is really important. The guild is really important. You will
Right.
have fun with them.
Yeah. Anyway, so about time to conclude. So, firstly, like, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to come talk to me.
No problem, Itzzwan.
But yeah, anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did. I've been Itzzwan, thanks for watching, and goodbye.